At one point in history, Mike Tyson was the scariest man on the planet.
I'm the best ever. I'm the most brutal and vicious and most ruthless champion there's ever been. There's no one can stop me. Lynx is a conqueror. No, I'm Alexander. He's no Alexander. I'm the best ever. There's never been anybody as ruthless. I'm Sonny Liston. I'm Jack Dempsey. There's no one like me. I'm from Nairclaw. There's no one that can match me. My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. And I'm just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat his children. Praise be to...
With a terrifying mindset, hell-bent on the destruction of his opponents, and with the skills and physical attributes to do so, he aptly dubbed himself the baddest man on the planet. One could see why in a short period of time, too. Tyson's consistent production of terrifying first-round knockouts quickly made him a favorite of the fans in an era where heavyweight was plagued by sloppy, overweight men. Mike Tyson was a Greek god, a warrior, conqueror. In today's technical readout, we are reliving one of Tyson's most iconic finishes as he dispatched Michael Spinks in the first round, retaining his heavyweight title. Tyson cared little for the glamour of boxing and wanted nothing to do with the pomp and circumstance that came with being the top star in the sport. He wanted to hurt people. He did enjoy riches that he took home from conquering another opponent, but when it was the time for the fight of the night, he was in seek and destroy mode. No fancy shoes or shorts, all black like he was attending a funeral. Mike Tyson was about the mental warfare. In his walkout against Spinks, Tyson came out to noise and chains rattling to intimidate his already scared opponent. Even before the walkouts, Tyson was said to be punching holes in locker room walls, and getting Spinks to start his walk was a chore for his trainers. Mike Tyson was in Michael Spinks' head before the walkout. Almost immediately after the bell, Tyson is searching for the kill. Knowing he has the psychological advantage and that Michael Spinks is quite literally scared of him, Tyson is even more aggressive as to prove him right to be terrified. As Tyson comes forward, squared up, Spinks has nothing he can do but cover up. His mind is short-circuiting. He doesn't counter, he doesn't move except to back to the ring ropes and cover up, trying to survive. In the next exchange, Tyson steps in on a feint and then goes. The feint threw off the timing Spinks was trying to get early on, and he punches a little prematurely. Spinks, knowing this, and as Tyson returns fire, dips to his left, avoiding the lead hook Tyson loves so much. Make no mistake about it though, Mike Tyson picked up on this and will use it later in the fight. In the first knockdown, Mike Tyson splits the high guard of Michael Spinks and lands a flush uppercut to the chin. Tyson kept the pressure on Spinks, who was operating on survival mode at this point, and leaped off his back foot, getting as much power as he could into the blow that would daze Spinks and back him up against the ropes again. Tyson then follows up with a gigantic right hook to the ribs of Spinks, knocking him down with a body shot. Remember that dip from Spinks we mentioned earlier? Mike Tyson wasted no time utilizing it and punishing Spinks for leaving himself open a second time. In the finishing sequence, Spinks would dip to the left once again. Mike Tyson read it perfectly and fires a huge right uppercut that lands right behind the ear of Michael Spinks. Down he goes, and while his eyes are open, there's no way Michael Spinks is getting back into this fight. Good night, Irene. While there are other power punchers before Iron Mike Tyson like George Foreman, and have been since Tyson like Deontay Wilder, none have really penetrated the public consciousness quite like Tyson did. I'm sure I'll be doing another technical readout on Mike Tyson in the future, exploring more of Kid Dynamite's technical prowess. Thanks for watching.